This would be a good time to ingest some extra caffeine. Late night adventures on the gridiron, and we all know anything can happen when you kick off after dark. Welcome everyone to the home of the Kansas State Wildcats, Bill Snyder Family Stadium, as we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Florida State Seminoles. The Kansas State Wildcats. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. Kansas State about to kick off to get this game started. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So Florida State's offense will take the field first. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone. And you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming into this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. The Seminoles have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was knocked loose, and 3rd down is coming.
And he was off target there, but I tell you what, I'll expect to see more of that. They do a really good job in this offense of getting the running back the football in the passing game. Just let him make plays, let him be a difference maker, ball getting to him in space. So I expect we'll see more of that throughout this game.
All the way out across the 45-yard line, mark it out of bounds at the 46. The Noles have their offense in high gear. Wants to throw on 1st down. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. Oh, he was hoping for the pick 6. Instead, he got it down to the 16-yard line. Great place to start for this offense. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Hall. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. The give out of the gun. Got some room headed to the goal line. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Kansas State. A quick strike, just as we expected.
Yeah, and quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Looking for those open spaces and opportunity. First play of this drive comes from the 27. Starts a drive trying to go up top. He'll pull it down. At the 40, there he goes. Knocked out of bounds after a good gain on that one. They'll spot it at the 43. The Noles have had outstanding quarterbacks over the years. Not always dual threats. Sometimes a little more Danny Cannell-ish, but using his feet well there.
And even Chris Winkie. And guys that maybe they weren't runners, but, man, they made those athletes around them really come to life and were a force multiplier, made everybody around them better. And you found a lot of those guys with these Florida State offenses.
Might be calling a hot route. Looking downfield on first down. That's reeled in. It's Fletcher. He'll be out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 24.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
To the air on second down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Pittman. Powers through. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Noles!
Man, this guy is an elite tight end. This guy is a dude. He keeps making plays like this. We're going to start comparing him to Brock Bowers and Kyle Pitts. The run after the catch, the big body, the athletic ability. He has it all.
Extra point here will tie the game. And he made the extra point without problem. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Hey, fellas, here's a final update on a clash between top 15 teams. Florida dominated almost from wire to wire. And a game like this makes you harken back to those Chris Leak, Tim Tebow, Brandon Spikes teams that won it all in 2006 and again in 2008. Always fun to see two of the game's better teams duke it out at this point of the season. A good barometer, fellas, for both coaches.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on every... There he goes! Brought down at the 28, but it's a 10-yard gain. Offense has it at the 28 on first down. Using his legs, it's Hall. He's in open space downfield. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Might as well give it to him again. Lots of running room. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. And the Wildcats with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. When they've got him looking run, now to pass. Got him downfield. They finally get to him. What a play there to pick up the first down. The Wildcats come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Bring him down, but he's got a first and goal from the 10. The Wildcats pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Wide receiver going in motion. They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
I tell you, this defensive end, not only can he pass rush, but he can play the run as well. You see him beat the offensive lineman there trying to block him and get him the backfield to make that tackle for loss. That was impressive.
He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on third down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on third down.
That is such a good job by the defense on third down in their own end, rallying to the drag throw. Lots of offenses love to throw that because oftentimes there's a walk in, but the defense was prepared and they're ready for it. They make the tackle inbounds, now setting up fourth.
Man, so many more times we're going to say go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away. On the move from inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. Looking to throw on first down. Quick completion on the out. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Oh, they dial up on second and a long way to go. He wants to change this route. Wants to go up top. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
A good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit.
Oh, out of space. Out across the 45 and out of bounds at the 46-yard line. A big pickup here as they try to put together a scoring drive. The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Got it set up on the outside. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short game there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. They'll line up for a second down play. Looking to fire. Now improvising. That's caught. It's Fletcher. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the first down. And the Seminoles are marching down the field. Wants to go up top on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Pittman. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. And the Noles can really attack on this second and short. Back to pass. Finds the tight end. And the defense settled in to stop that one first. That's the end of the period, and Kansas State is on top. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. So they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. They'll run the option. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line. Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He turns it loose to the left. All kinds of room to throw that one in there.
That's a big-time completion. And guys, I think they caught the defense napping right there. I think everybody on defense thought that they were going to maybe throw to the sticks on that one, but instead, quarterback had some other ideas. He had a matchup he loved one-on-one, vertically down the field. He took advantage of it. This guy made a great catch. Let's keep this drive going.
Brought down after the catch at the 4-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal. The Seminoles trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. Looking to throw. Touchdown Seminoles! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. From the gun, the running back looking for room. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping him up, getting him on the ground. Take away that run game. Make him one-dimensional, put him in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Looking downfield, it's Barnett. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. The defense coming up big there, and the sack is great, but the secondary deserves some credit too.
No doubt. When you can cover like that in the secondary and drop back in your zone and only rush a few, and you feel comfortable getting home, and they're going to get to the quarterback, that is a great feeling, and that's fun to be a defensive coordinator calling the plays.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Get it out on the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass, as it just never developed. Kansas State will have to punt it away. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. This is a spot you see many returners try to take a chance, but not this time. The fair catch just inside the 40. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. They'll put the ball in play from just inside their own 40 at the 39. He stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Fires to the middle. He makes a catch. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. Last completion moved the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. Quarterback may change this route. To the air on first down. Looking to buy time. Gets rid of it. Pulls it in. It's McCoy. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13.
And that's the beauty of this offense and this playmaker at wide receiver. Throw the ball short, but what he does after the catch, he's just got so much speed, so dynamic with the football, and this is why they get it to him short, because he can take it to the house or make a big play on any reception.
And it pays off. The sack at the 20.
Yeah, that's a great job. And listen, this quarterback's had success. He's already thrown for 2 touchdowns. We got to make him feel uncomfortable. This is still early in the game. Nice job by the defense, getting a hit on the quarterback and making him think a little bit.
And the Seminoles trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Wants to fire on second down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Just listen to the little apple. You can hear it all the way to the big apple as they try to get the defense off the field. He's looking downfield to throw. He caught it. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal.
And that is a huge conversion on 3rd and long for the offense. I think a lot of people thinking, hey, we're just going to try to get a couple yards, help our kicker out here to kick a field goal. But instead, they get a massive play, and now all of a sudden they're thinking touchdown here, 1st and goal.
Now the pitch. And they just didn't get anybody on that defense out of position, and they will lose yardage on that one. And the D deny them on 2nd and goal. Wants to go up top. Quickly complete. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida State.
Love the thought process by the quarterback here on this play. Nobody open in the end zone. Find your check down. Find the running back. He does that, and once this guy's got the ball in his hands, he shows you that elusiveness and his ability to sniff out the end zone.
Getting set for the point after. And with the extra point, it's a 21-10 game. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. South Carolina was relentless today in a road win that frankly wasn't even as close as the final score indicates. This was a vintage Gamecocks performance, one that really should instill confidence within this program. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still two quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29. You can work your way down the field with these wide receiver screens, but also look for the opportunity to turn them into chunk plays later.
No doubt. You throw it quickly. You get it to him now. DB comes up, has to make a tackle. Now you fake it maybe a little bit later on. So these plays, they're not huge plays all the time, but they can set up big plays down the road for your offense.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that one.
Just nowhere to run. Not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carrier.
This defense came in knowing that they had to match their physicality. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Leaves it with the running back. Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss.
But at the end, it's still a negative play. Tackle for loss.
One defender, then the next one. The blitzing guy got a shot at him. Everybody had a shot. It took a while to get him down. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. How about this confidence in the running game? And he picks up 9, just short of the marker. It'll be 4th and 1. K-State sends the punt team onto the field, ready to boot it away. And you make the stop, and that is exactly... All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Snagged in the middle. It's Perry. Makes the grab, and not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. The Seminoles can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Might be changing the route. Second down, they'll go to the air. With the catch, it's Robinson. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Caught over the middle. It's Perry. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there. The Seminoles in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Looking to throw again. Going to try to pop one on the screen. Wide open spaces. They'll make the stop, but not before they use the screen beautifully and pick up the first down. And after that pitch and catch,
now he's really doing a nice job seeing the field, reading coverages, and finding his open guy.
They're setting up the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. The Noles, where they...
It feels like everything this play caller has called has worked so far in this first half for the offense. They've generated a really nice lead, lighting up the scoreboard, and they're staying aggressive. They're throwing the football. They're dictating everything right now.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Noles! No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead.
Well, this offense is clicking. They've been doing it all first half, running the ball, throwing the ball. They add insult to injury with another touchdown here right before teams go into the tunnel. This defense, guys, they have got to find some answers, and they've got to regroup here at halftime.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're on top by 18. So it's a 77-yard touchdown drive. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. Fielded in the end zone. It's Lockett. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 6. May not be the most memorable play of the day, but it's important as he gets them out to the 25-yard line.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So then getting that big jump, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
All right, guys, looks like